Well, some schools have started giving out the swine flu vaccine to students. But what happens if you don't want your child to get a shot and they get one anyway? Well, this actually happened to 3 New York elementary school students, one of which a 6-year-old girl from Brooklyn who was hospitalized after a possible allergic reaction.
So could this be considered assault? Well, joining us is Jay Warona. He's general counsel to the New York School Board. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. Listen, so many parents, for whatever reason, are very anxious and nervous about giving their kids vaccines. How could this happen at a school that kids are getting a vaccine and their parents didn't give permission?
Well, it's a mistake. And the city, as I understand press reports, has indicated that this was, in fact, a mistake, and they are taking major steps to ensure that in the future this doesn't happen. Is
this assault, Jay?
Well, I'm not a criminal lawyer, certainly, and it's our hope, certainly, and I represent school boards across the state of New York, and certainly it's our hope that our criminal authorities will not see it as an assault. Certainly there was no intent here to harm any child. In fact, the school district and the Department of Health rose to the challenge and admitted immediately that this was a mistake and that they felt very badly about it.
So it's more about the intent. It falls into the category of perhaps negligence rather than assault because of the intent or lack thereof?
Yes, I would think so. Yeah, I would think so, and again, I'm not a criminal lawyer, but that's my sense.
It sounds like there are a few troubling byproducts of this having happened. Not only are parents quite concerned, because I know that one girl was on epilepsy medicine. They didn't know if the swine flu vaccine would counter-indicate with that medicine somehow and cause a bad reaction. But now the school must also be very concerned. Is this sending a ripple effect through other schools who say, hey, you know what, too many liability issues, we're not going to give any vaccines?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I appreciate you raising that because that's a principal concern. I mean, we have an epidemic here of major proportions. I certainly haven't seen this in my lifetime, and we sincerely hope that the focus on this mistake will be how to fix it, not how to totally change the system and convince school districts that this potential liability, whatever it may be, is not worth taking the risk. Our health authorities have told us that vaccinations are extremely important to avert the dire effects. We've seen children across this nation who have died from this particular illness, and we would very much hope that school districts are going to get the message to do it right, but to continue doing it.
Jay, we're about out of time, but in this litigious society, how worried are you about a potential lawsuit?
Well, I think, again, I'm not representing New York City, but I think they are going to take whatever steps are necessary to make sure this doesn't happen in the future. And if the lawsuit occurs, hopefully it will be based on parents truly believing that their child has been injured and not a case of just trying to get a school district for a mistake.
All right, Jay Warona, legal counsel to New York State School Board. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Jay.
Thank you very much.
You got it.